I'm Lynn with Psychic Focus at psychicfocus.blogspot.com. Today's topic is witches and witchcraft. So the question, hi Lynn, are you able to do a reading regarding witchcraft, witches, and spells? Are they real? Where did they come from? It seems like many countries held beliefs about them way before they got colonized by European countries and were introduced into religion. So I get that when this term came about, it didn't necessarily have this connotation of good or bad. It just was what it was, which was the name given to people, namely female, that were able to connect or communicate across the veil of the earthly plane. In many cultures, these people were revered and highly respected for their abilities. They were able to promote healing, provide insight, or even comfort someone making a decision. Many rulers sought out people with these skills to confirm their own intuitive nudges or to help them see in a different way. So this was just a term that was brought about arbitrarily way after we colonized and did all those kind of things. But before the term, which came about, it existed, these people existed all over the world. And I get that at times, and as societies progressed and religion became a big influence on people, religion didn't want the competition. The church wanted people to believe in an almighty God. Creating a society that feared God opened up a whole different culture. Rather than encouraging people to believe in God or source already being within each of us, they wanted the power to be external. They didn't want you to necessarily look inward. They wanted you to look out and believe in something else. You can control something that's not part of you. If it's part of you, you can seek it and find it rather easily. They didn't want it to be easily found. They wanted to create this illusion that you had to go through this process to be able to be connected. And with this mindset, they were easily able to manipulate society. Immediately, people were labeled as a witch and they were persecuted. And anyone with this natural ability slowly started to hide their gift, making way for the church and the following to take hold. People wanted to believe in something, and it was easier to look outside versus inward. We all know sometimes taking accountability can be tough, but it's really the way to your own success, your own happiness, your own controlling your own future. And they did not want that. They wanted you to look outward. And that was kind of just the thing that they reiterated over and over again. And church enabled that type of mindset of looking outward to exist. Witchcraft was simply the practice that witches followed. It's through our current dictionary and changing of word meanings that it was received as bad. Just like how we see in our current times when powerful people writing in books don't like the way something is, they go and they change the meaning. This is called a semantic shift, and we know that because so many things that are out there really don't fit the category of ending in an ist or an obia, but if they don't like it, they just tack that on there and you're labeled as something else that you're really not. It's just changing the language to fit their narrative. When I think about spells, I get that these rooting from the language and in the spelling within a language. It was altered to include creating potions and etc., but in its infancy, it was simply altering the meaning of a phrase to create an unknown wish upon a receiver. It's like you're projecting something using your words. You're using spells, meaning spelling of words, to cast what it is that you're trying to do. More modern example of this is telling someone to break a leg for good luck. You're not really wishing them to break a leg, but why would you even say something like that? They're using our language and the spelling of our language to create something. That's why it's called spell casting. You're casting that using the spelling of words, like calling people you. I get in some belief systems that you as a female sheep, right? So they're using this common phrase and they've manipulated to basically say every time you use the word you, you're reiterating the spell casting that, sheep following, all this kind of stuff. That's modern examples that came to me, but back then there were examples also within their language. You'd have to do some history research to narrow those down, but I get that that's where this came from. It rooted from the actual spelling and using the spelling of certain things to cast a projected intent onto someone else. And as a side note, during this reading, which I wasn't really sure how this all fit in, randomly, I got that the reason some witches adopted the pointy hat was because they felt it was a conduit or a funnel to receive information from a source and into their mind. It was, and if you think about it, it has a pointy end on it and it funnels out big and it funnels over your whole crown chakra, which they didn't necessarily call it that, but into your mind. So they felt like it created a conduit, a funnel into their selves. That was just a completely random thing that came to me during the reading, but I did want to share it and point it out before I was done. So great question, lots to think about regarding our history, the evolution of how things got to where they are now. And for now, that's all I have on this reading. Please don't forget to join me on Telegram. A lot of fun things going on there. And for now, in closing, I am Lynn with Psychic Focus at psychicfocus.blogspot.com. Thank you. Bye.